Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. Let's see who's online tonight. I see a Polycarb Diet, Kerathos, FEKB, Big Walruses, Dark Action YT, and Avogit S25. Thank you guys for joining in. And as you guys can see from the stream title, we are doing another unboxing stream tonight. Is the KBDFans D60 Lite, their newest budget offering. If you guys are familiar with the KBD67 Lite, then this is basically the same thing based on the specs that I'm seeing, except it's a 60%. So yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, here we go. If you are in the market for a 60%, that is relatively low budget, is gasket mounted, has the typing angle of 6 degrees, and has quite a variety of PCBs that it supports. This is a standard 60s supporting board. Has a polycarb plate, or I guess you can choose between polycarb, FR4, or brass. You got foam, stabilizers, and basically this is just what it looks like. Not too many color choices, unfortunately. In fact, I have not even opened mine yet. So I don't know what I'm gonna get. I don't know if they'll send me a standard layout, win keyless, HHKB. I think I would be fine with anything but HHKB. So fingers crossed that KBDFans sent me something more up my alley rather than HHKB here. There we go. This is, oh yeah, for those of you guys tuning in for my unboxing streams for the very first time, I usually try not to open anything until the stream so that you guys will get my unadulterated thoughts and opinions as I unbox it. Look at this, DZ60 RGB WKL. Interesting. Let's see. Check it out. Well, I guess there's not much. There we go. So that means it's three on each side of the space bar. That looks like a nice 7U right there. 3 keys on the left and right. So with that said, hopefully I get a win keyless rather than an HHKB variant. But yeah, actually, you know what? Let's just talk about the PCB for a bit before I continue the unboxing. Yeah, this is another DZ60 variant. As you can see, it is a DZ60 RGB V2 WKL, fully hot swap with KL hot swap sockets. All of KBDFans boards now have an ESD protection chip, and you can usually find it really close to the USB-C port. Also has the reset button right there, right behind the spacebar. One thing I've been advocating recently is that rather than have the hardware reset button on the back of the spacebar, why not have it on the front, like right there, right? Because imagine your space and B or your holding escape doesn't work, right? You're gonna have to take apart your entire board just to reflash it, right? That can be annoying for a lot of people, and I've noticed, okay, that one of the, like, if you're ever on the KBDFans Discord on like the help channel, you'll encounter lots of newer people who are completely what do you call that? Intimidated by opening up their board, right? Because they're like, oh, what if I mess up with the PCB, all that stuff. So if future PCB designers would take that reset button and move it to the front, what would happen is all you had to do was remove the space bar and the button's right there, right? Like, hopefully there's nothing like, you know, something I don't know about the PCB that's preventing that, but that's something I would highly recommend. What else does this guy come with? A bunch of PCB stabs. Okay, so I was really hoping that by now they would have polycarb stabs, but this still looks like the regular cherry stabs, unfortunately. See, what's this? Oh, look, gaskets right there. Gaskets? Okay. Not bad. Yeah, if you guys remember my KBD67 Lite video, I ended up just using Durox because I didn't have the polycarbs. So it looks like even till today they don't have that ready yet. That might be why the KBD67 lights are delayed. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, if you guys haven't heard the news, they were originally meant to ship on the 30th, which is 5 days away, but now it's been delayed for 2 months. There we go, that's the box that it comes with. That's a pretty typical KBDFans box. Though one thing I noticed is they no longer have the logo. Usually their boxes come with a logo of sorts. Right, okay. Please don't give me HHKB. Please not HHKB. Come on, come on, come on. Or, okay. Any guesses as to what color I might have gotten? Anyone have any guesses as to what color I might have gotten? I have, apparently the colors are black, clear, and pink. Tyler Toon says, any tips for someone building a Discipline 65? I have one coming in and I'm super excited. Do it slowly, do it slowly. Aurora says, do you have a Dremel? This is Dog, says not black, black I think, purple, white, all black, everything, pink for sure. I would actually like pink. The color I don't want is this one. I do not want the clear variant. But I'd be okay with black, I'd be okay with pink. So let's see. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Okay, good. Like, guess I haven't seen anything yet. But look at this. This is the polycarb plate that they've sent. Nice. Okay. Alright, this is the moment of truth, guys. The moment of truth where I find out what color it is and what it is. There we go. Okay, I still don't know what color it is, but it could be black, it could be clear. But there we go. This looks like they include the tool for you as well. The tool and additional hardware and screws. Okay, not bad. Alright, this looks like it's black. Looks like it's black. There we go. Pull it out, and it's black. Yeah. Oh, that's a real nice black. Oh no, it's HHKB, damn it. Wait, why did you do this to me? Why? You know, when a vendor offers to send you a board for review and they don't ask what you want, like, I don't feel like it's right to be like, hey, can you send me these exact specifications, you know? So that's why I didn't ask for it. I just assumed they'd send me whatever they had. See that? Really pretty. So let me look at the specs really quickly. But is this an acrylic plastic case? It looks acrylic. Oh no, case is top case and bottom case, polycarbonate material. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Hey guys, check out the logo on the bottom. That is a sharp looking logo. Not like the KBD67 Lite, which was literally just like a Comic Sans like font. Lazurite one is 120. Okay, so Lazurite is like a special edition one. So this is probably cheaper than 120. But yeah, man, this looks great. You like that logo? I know, right? I love this logo. This is the logo that they should stick with from here on out. Excellent. They're really doing something right there. Okay, let's see what else. What else do we see here? I can already tell that the dampener, the silicone dampener here is kind of very different at this point. Well, let's take it apart. Let's take it apart, shall we? With the included tool. There's a polycarb too. See, the only other polycarb board I have is an NK65EE. So I guess once I build this, I'll compare it to that. Let's give myself a little more room there. There we go. Okay. Well, that's how the top case is like. I suppose if I really wanted to, I could get a non-blockered one in the future. Like, I absolutely think this is going to be a, what, a $20, $30 part. Is this prototype or the actual D60 Lite? This should be the actual D60 Lite. There it is, see? The top half is also where the USB-C port is in. Okay. Okay, check that out, guys. All of the screw holes have a metal insert so you don't strip the plastic around it. That's good. Another point for KBDFans. Like, I feel like KBDFans is just getting so many things right these days. Perfect. Metal inserts. Hooray, hooray. Now let's look at this bottom piece and this silicone insert. Wow, that is hella thick, guys. Look at that. Look at how thick that is. Here, let's see if I can pull it out. That is probably the thickest insert I've ever seen. Holy crap. Come out, come out, come out. Look at that, that is hella thick. That is so thick, oh my word. Look, and the cutouts right there too, interesting. Yeah, it's a very chunky, and this is possibly the chunkiest insert I've ever seen on any board. How it will impact the sound, who knows, who knows. But this is very different than what the KBD67 Lite was. Yeah, here, let's go put it back in. Yeah, it's even got this grippy thing here. Can you guys see the grippy material here? I wonder if that's added in so that the PCB and plate combo doesn't move around. I wonder if that's the reason why it's there. Who knows? The top has a little warping. Very little warping. I can feel it when it like just moves left and right there. Is it glossy plastic? It is glossy transparent. But yeah, the bottom seems just fine. We don't know if the glossy plastic will sell well. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's one reason why I really like the NK65EE. The way they did the coloring was excellent. It was so good. But here we go. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. So, this is going to be a very similar experience to the Jelly Epoch for me, because instead of having to paste on the gaskets, you can literally just place them onto the plate, which makes this, in my opinion, a very well thought out design. But yeah, another kudos to KBDFans for thinking about this again. Opaque options would be nice, yeah. Yeah, not everyone wants a translucent keyboard, and that's like me. I do not like transparent keyboard designs either. It goes like that. So not as easy to place on as the Jelly, but you know, the Jelly is a completely different tier board, but still relatively easy, I'd say. Still relatively easy, I would argue. Right. Okay, well, yeah, overall, I think it takes just as long to properly install the gaskets, but you end up with a more pleasing result. Because see, all these gaskets are straight, right? So yeah, then after you've done all that, you simply, let's put it on the right way, right? Put it on like so. Make sure it's all aligned. right? And then with that said, grab the top, put it on. Hey, that actually fits really well. Not bad. Okay. That seems to be easier to install than I anticipated. Perfect. That's really good. Cool. Okay. When am I building the Fuji 65? I don't know. It depends on when the extra components get to me. Alright, so let's go put this in. And bonus point, it's from Canada, so extra duty, no extra duties. Awesome, that's pretty good. Yeah, I was very surprised to see this board. I think I would never have found out about it if I wasn't doing my group by news segment. There we go. That's what it looks like. You guys can actually see how the gaskets are. Hopefully the camera is picking that up. You can see the gaskets in between right there. Look at that. So this is more of a traditional, quote-unquote, traditional gasket mounting method as compared to the KBD67 Lite, which I'm kind of... Okay, so here's my thing. They have a series of boards that are called the same thing, but yet the way they implement the features is very different. So, I don't know, it's just like... Yeah, one of the things with the KBDFans is that they are very inconsistent. Very inconsistent in terms of their naming, in terms of their feature set. So it's really hard to differentiate one keyboard from another. And this board is another example of that. R457 says, any ideas on the TRG? You mean the TGR Tomo? I want to get one, but I'm hesitant to buy one without seeing protos. TGR has been top notch in terms of manufacturing, and you know, I think, but as I was saying during my stream, the TGR Tomo, you buy that more for the clout. Have I tried the Portico? No, I did not. I'm actually hoping to get some extras on it, but from what I've been hearing, through the grapevine, is that it's not a very good board. Lots of QC issues. Like, admittedly, the KBD67 Lite had QC issues as well, but because they were KBDFans, I think it was kind of acceptable. Whereas TKC is kind of more of a, you know, they're like, a lot of people are like watching them more because they've done so many mistakes in the past. Look at Phoenix says, I got my Portico last week. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Switch Doctor said, I'll be reviewing the Portico this Saturday. Just got mine in today. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Alpine is doing the gear and the setup. Yeah, I don't have those commands, but if you look at the Twitch, page on the bottom, it'll list out some of my gear there. Apparently the Portico has sketchy via. Oh, really? That's unfortunate. Sketchy via is never a good thing. Mark X says, oh no, I'm scared. I have the Portico in hand. Hope there are no issues when I build this week. Yeah, just keep an eye on it. Like, keep in mind though, it's like a lot of people look at these budget boards and do expect them to perform just as well as a $200, $300, sometimes $400 board. But keep in mind, it is a sub $100 board, okay? Try and keep your expectations to that. Like, hoping that it'll be $400 is just a hope, right? But it is very unfair to be like, oh, it's not as good as my TGR Jane, therefore it's a crap board. You know? Let's see. First glance, case definitely feels cheap in comparison to the Kara, which I also have, but they did retail at different prices. There we go. Let's see, offset keys from where it should be. Look at Phoenix. I haven't really looked at taking it apart yet, but the plate PCB screws came in a little loose, but they give another set in the case. Okay. I like that it came with C3 stabs. Pretty awesome. Can you reprogram and fix it? You should be able to reprogram the protocol. They do advertise QMK and VIA support, right? And, you know, the QMK firmware is very much open source, so anyone who's got the chops can do it. All right. Well, yeah. I guess it's partially built right now. How flexy is that plate? That plate seems just as flexy as the KBD67 Lite, which makes sense. It's the same type of plate. Yeah, the NK65EE was really good for it. I view the NK65EE as the vanguard, right? The vanguard who was like, let's make affordable 65%, and then everyone else kind of followed suit. There we go, yeah, okay. So here we go. This is what the D60 Lite in HHKB looks like. Polycarb plate with a very thick silicone dampener at the bottom there. This is a polycarb casing that's translucent. You can see through it. They followed some of their design patterns from the KBD67 Lite, in which all of the screw holes actually had metal inserts so you don't strip the plastic. This is a 60% standard 60% board, so you can pretty much fit any 60% PCB in this. I think this would look great if you could find one that had both underglow and in-switch RGB. Let's see what else. How's the logo? The logo is excellent. Check it out. No more Comic Sans, right? This logo is consistent with what's on their case, right? See that? KBDFans. That's a much nicer looking logo. Digging the shininess of this board. I'm not sure how I feel about the shininess, especially since it's attracting lots of my fingerprints, as you guys can see. Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah, let's see. I think I'll be building this Saturday, but let me just double check. Notice that my schedule just fills up so quick. Don't remember if it's this Saturday or if it's next Saturday that I build this. Perfect. I think I'm definitely building this board this Saturday. So yeah, if you guys want to see me build this, tune in this Saturday at 1:30. It should be another quick one as well, since it's just a hot swap board, and I've pretty much installed all of the gaskets and all that. Look at Phoenix says, it took me a month to not reach for the arrow keys. Oh yeah, it's another issue with 60%. If you're not used to 60, you're in for a rough time. You really like the Bakaneko? Yeah, I guess that's another board that you would compare to this. O-ring gasket versus actual gasket. All that good stuff. And yeah, does anyone have any questions about the D60 Lite here? Any questions about, or anything you'd want to see like a particular angle of? If not, I'm just gonna keep drinking my beer here. Caritas says, never owned a 60 just because of the arrow keys. Ah, yes. H20 filter says USB cutout. USB cutout is a circle, as you can see there, but if you look closely, the USB-C port is actually form fit. So even though I did say earlier that pretty much any standard 60 should fit in here, across all the standard 60s, people tend to shift the USB port to the left or to the right. So you just have to be careful about which ones that you put in here. Do you think that underglow would still show through that case? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here, let me just, not that I have the PCB on or anything, but I can turn on my flashlight here. I got my light on, right? So here, So yeah, obviously this light is going to be much brighter. But I guess if I lift it higher, see that? Is it Saturday yet so I can see the final form? It'll be Saturday in a little bit. So you think the PCB is going to be touching the silicon bottom? I absolutely think that it will. See, and then from the other side as well, see that? They're obviously not a complete one-to-one test because underglow and in-switch LEDs is going to be not as bright as this, right? Yeah, you guys get the picture. How light is it? It is extremely light. Don't have my scale on here, but if I were to compare it to an empty bottle of beer, it's probably slightly heavier than an empty bottle of beer. You wish KBD would use different feet, but I guess they've already bought a ton. Yeah, I would agree with you. I would agree with you on that. We are about an hour in. Unboxed the board, took it apart, showed the internals, and did a little bit of the build. I think, of course I'm not going to have a complete initial reaction until I build it, but for what I can see right now, oh, Aurora Komora subscribed to Tier 1, thank you very much. Yeah, from what I can see right now, this is definitely a much more refined design than the KBD67 Lite. It's got gaskets in the right places. They definitely considered all of like how the gaskets would fit onto the plate and all that. One of the more noticeable improvements I saw was the improvement of the logo. I know a couple of people asked me about that as well, so that's good. Let's see what else. The transition from an ABS plastic case to a polycarb case will probably improve the tone as well. I quite like it, to be honest. I quite like how it's looking, and I'm very excited to build it this Saturday. I'll probably use Gateron yellows for it as well. Earlier I mentioned that the gaskets seem much easier to put in. I'm gonna take that back because they were not easier to put in. It still took about as much time as putting on Poron gaskets that were like sticky. But the good thing is, like, the end result is that each of the gaskets are completely straight. And the fact that they fit into this crevice in the top housing and on the bottom housing ensures that the plate is always secured in the correct position. So yeah, that's another design element that they definitely scored right on. Oh, one thing I did notice though, even though this board supports all the standard 60s, you do have to pay attention to how your stabilizers are. Because if you look at the plate here, if you see how they're cut out, the stabilizers can only be oriented in one direction. So yeah, if you guys want to learn more about this, check out the link that I'm pasting into chat. If you want to hear and see how it's built, tune in this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. PST. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you all when I see you. Goodbye, guys.